Hello, I'm BlackHat, and this is my friend. Who can't talk for some reason. I'm sorry. Are you ready? Good, okay. Hello, I'm BlackHat, and this is my friend
Ace.
And we're gonna play some Warhammer. Let's begin the stomping!
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
40k Battle Report! Orkz versus Space Marine! BlackHat versus Ace! Welcome to today's Battle Report. My name is BlackHat and I'll be guiding you through today's game. Today me and my friend Jason, also known as Ace, are going to play a standard Warhammer game with 1500 point armies. In Ace's army we see a lot of infantry and a good amount of template weapons. Not that many blast weapons though, which can prove to be a weakness in today's game. But, seeing as it is a new started army and therefore might not have access to a lot of blast weapons, we can't really blame him for his choices. My guess is that he's planning on shooting down as much as possible and then clean up what's over with his flamers. My army, like Ace's, is very limited and does therefore not include that many anti-Space Marine choices. But hopefully some of my power claws will reach him in time and tear them a new one. My plan is to send my fast guys up in front to absorb the bullets, while my horde of orc boys slowly cross the field. Now if I can get them across the field with at least 20 boys in each group, victory should be mine. Since I was first to deploy, I decided to split off my army in half, having half of my boys and fast units on each side. This in hopes that Ace would focus on one side, letting me attack him from the other. My truck was deployed behind the ruins in the middle for cover.
And up. Go, go, go. BlackHat. Go Orkz. Go Orkz. Yay! Whoa. Little kitty.
Surprisingly, Ace decided to place his army in the same fashion as me, splitting up his army in two, probably hoping that there will be enough firepower to take on both my halves. He put his long-range guy in the middle for multiple target choices, and the whirlwind in the corner to avoid my knob bikers and warboss.
Steal initiative.
He's gonna steal the initiative, or try. You can't steal initiative from an orc. Ah! I told you!
In my first round, I mostly moved up with all of my units. I kept at least half of my boys behind the hills in order to get a cover save. I also turbo boosted with my knobs in order to get a cover save, but I only turbo boosted the shortest range possible so that I wouldn't be assaulted or burnt with flamers.
Time for some dagger!
In the shooting phase, I simply shot with all of my Deathcopters in hope of killing some of the Terminators guarding the whirlwind, and, if lucky, also make them run out of the map. Sadly, I only killed one, which is average, so I can't complain. All boys ran up as far as they could, but with still at least half of the group in cover. Remember the golden rule of war, kids: take cover or die!
So Jason, what are we doing now?
Space Marine, turn 1. Drop pod coming down.
Crap. No! Not next to my mob of orcs!
Ace started his round by sending down one of the things that I hate to have against me on the battlefield. A dreadnought. He decided to place it next to my group of orc boys to unleash its heavy flamers upon them, hopefully putting him in a position where he can focus all his firepower on the knob bikers. After deploying his dreadnought, he moved his left tactical squad within template range of my bikers. Following them is his captain, who is built for close combat, but seeing as he probably can't reach my bikers, he instead moved him behind his tactical squad in order to charge in next turn. With his librarian and tactical squad on the right, he moved closer to my truck, probably hoping that he will manage to destroy it with his Terminator squad, leaving my knobs and warboss exposed to his bolters.
We're a tactical squad! We got bolters! And a flamer! And no girlfriends!
As the shooting phase began, he actually managed to hit my truck with both the rockets from his cyclone launcher, but sadly rolled 2 threes on the damage table and therefore only left it immobilized and without a weapon. He then proceeded to unleash a mixed range of shots amongst my orcs, managing to kill some orc boys in each group and a knob biker. After shooting with a large amount of his army, he decided to run back with his right tactical squad and librarian, probably during the realization that there is a full squad with knobs and a war boss in the truck in front of him.
I can smell assault.
Really? Can you smell an assault?
Those guys are dead.
Pretty much.
As my second round began, I instantly disembarked my warboss and knobs from my truck in order to move him up closer to Ace Librarian. I also moved up the rest of my units closer to Ace's, preparing to assault.
Okay, so the orc knobs with the warboss is moving up to charge my librarian, but I don't think they can reach unless...
It's time, boys. Ready your soppers. Check your guns. Last one's in a freaking pansy.
I launched my WOG this round and used the flit ability to reach my selected targets with my knobs and with my boys. Sadly, one of my orc mobs only got a 2 on the run roll and did not manage to reach what I wanted. In realization that assaulting the librarian would leave my knobs with a lot of bolter bullets in them the next round and possibly a dead warboss, I decided instead to run up to the scouts, hoping that after a successful assault, managed to consolidate away from the librarian and the tactical squad. The orc assault phase went extraordinarily well. My knobs and warboss managed to kill off the scouts without losing any casualties. The left orc mob locked himself in combat with the Devastator squad, and the knob bikers managed to make the tactical squad flee from the battlefield. Sadly though, my knobs and warboss squad only consolidated 2 inches after killing the scouts and was not far enough away to avoid the final tactical squad and the librarian. But hopefully they won't lose too many wounds during Ace's next turn.
Oh my god, what happened to my warboss?
Ace immediately started off by preparing for the upcoming phases, moving his captain into assault range and moving his other units into line of sight with my knobs and warboss. At the beginning of the shooting phase, Ace decides to fire pretty much everything he has on my knobs and warboss, but hilariously only deals 1 wound on my warboss and kills a normal mob. Instead of using the adventure psychic power with his librarian, he instead ran 6 inches, planning to use the quickening in the upcoming assault phase. He then proceeded to try shoot my Coptus with his sniper unit, but sadly couldn't reach. But he then cheered up again as his captain killed off a knob biker with his Hellfire bullets, leaving 2 knobs and a warboss left for him to fight in close combat. The Space Marine assault phase went in a direction that Ace probably didn't plan. First off, he declared the knob bikers as his captain's target, starting to roll hit and wound rolls, only to finally realize that there is a warboss in the group with a power claw that then proceeded to crush the captain, as I gave away an evil laugh. After I was done laughing, we continued rolling for the Devastator squad, but not unexpectedly got swarmed by the orc mob and got wiped out. The librarian then successfully cast the quickening and charged in on my knobs and warboss, and managed to one-shot my warboss with his force weapon. Though too bad for him, the knobs wasn't pleased with their dead boss and decided to stomp the librarian to the ground with their big shoppers. After all fighting was done, I consolidated towards Ace's sniper and tactical squad, planning to charge on my upcoming turn. At this point in time, Ace looked at the game board and realized that he only had 1 troop choice left that was about to get slaughtered, and my second unit of orc boys was about to reach the fight. During this realization, he decided that there were no more reasons for him to keep playing, seeing as the chance of him winning was very slim. The Space Marines ran away from the battlefield. That was this battle report. Thank you for watching, and please tell us what you thought about it and if you want to see more in the future. My name is BlackHat. Happy wargaming.